Hey everybody, Mark Edward Lewis here from Cinema Sound. Today we're going to be looking at yet another element of how to do music for film with orchestra in the box by doing what several of you have asked me about, which is what is the orchestral template that I use. And right now I've actually updated it quite a bit, but I want to show you the one I have been using up to date and just to give you some ideas of the kind of libraries I use, how I use them. Let's roll. And then I have a video on this patch, which you can build yourself. And if you're on computer speakers, you're not hearing any of this. It just adds, well, go watch the video on why I use that. And then we have string runs, which are so awesome. And you can choose which notes you want. And which run. All beat mapped. So incredibly useful. Now you're going to laugh at this one. Why would you use something that's from Miroslav library that's 8 million years old? It just adds something to the top line. I use it all the time. Solo violin from this, I believe, is Center Strings. For old folk kinds of things, it's fantastic. And the same with the cello. And the bass, sometimes I'll crack in there. Great. And a very, very old patch that I use for padding sometimes. Very, very old, from, I believe, Hans Zimmer's first sampling session. And then a massive amount of string ensembles. That's channel 1, channel 2, a little bit longer. Cool. Colegno. I believe this is Sordino. Oh, these beautiful Sordinos from ATIO. Just gorgeous. Nicely done, gentlemen. And then the last one I have in here is just, well, I don't even know what this is. Tremolo. Cool. Now the rest of this is all massive strings bundled together in, like this is all the first violins that I use most of the time. I got legato, sustain, spiccato, staccato, maccato, pizzicato, lots of catos. Tremolo, sulpons, half step, whole step, harmonics, and then a way to make your own orchestration of trills. And then a whole bunch of different, first violins, lots and lots of stuff that I've broken out into MIDI channels underneath the 5 major disciplines. First, second field is cello and bass, and these are all the MIDI channels. So this will actually correspond to the spiccato up here. Staccato. Marcato. Pizzicato. And then legato. And then a sustain, which is a bunch of notes you can play together. Tremolo. Sul ponticello. Whole step trills. Half. Whole. Harmonics. And then a trills orchestrator. much like we had with the woodwinds from our friends at Orchestra Tools. Really useful. And then some special violins that sometimes gives me edge that the normal violin libraries don't. Like this one too. This one too. Or this one. And then we have the same kind of thing for seconds, violas, cello, bass. But when we get to the bass, we've got a couple of other extra options because of the kinds of ways we use basses, not just legato or pizzicato. But we also have some specialities. Cello and basses in octaves, and then of course half step, whole step, and regular tremolo. Then over here, I believe, this is the good old folks from, let me open this up, LA Scoring Strings. Now underneath this, I've got the good old boys from LA Scoring Strings, which really allows us to create some beautiful sounds in divisi. So this isn't just, legato 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are actually chairs of violins. So here's the first chair, 2 violins in the orchestra. Here's the next chair. The next couple of chairs. And the last few chairs. And when you put them all together, and I have portamento control over because of velocity. And you can see here figuring out the intervals. And it does it all independently. And we have this in first, seconds, violas, cello, and basses. And then I've got effect strings that are under here. Really useful and very old samples. Let's see what's here. Oh, going down. And then regular aleatoric violins from our friends at Albion. And actually these, if I missed my guess, yes, these are from LA Scoring Strings. And you can control how the pitch moves in and out. Super, super useful. And then finally, low string effects. Awesome. And another set. And that's kind of the orchestra template that I use, or at least that I start with. Hopefully this little tour through my template, has been helpful for you. If so, please subscribe to this channel. We've got hundreds of videos here for you and even more on the cinemasound.com website. Please come visit us there where we have hundreds of hours of education specifically to get everything you need to get Hollywood level audio immersion into your productions and get it handled. We're the only place that has the only comprehensive audio education for that purpose that takes you from, I don't know how to get audio great in my productions to all the way to I'm delivering 5-1 masters at the Hollywood level. So please come join us there. Until then, we'll see you in post. Even if